was great. One thing we talked about was human nature. I talked about earlier this week, and it was really key for us how we can continue to try to be consistent. Coming off a really big win last week, human nature tells you to relax, tells you not to try to get more. And our guys did a great job. I felt like we had a really good practice week and ended up, coming out to a really good game on all phases. So really proud of the team, really proud of the assistant coaches getting our guys ready. Talking about that human nature deal, I thought they really did a good job of just fighting through it and then coming up with a big win today. No, Coach Davila and his staff has done a great job defensively, continuing to get better. I know for me, it allows me to be even more aggressive. We had some fourth down conversions that I felt that our defense was going to get us out of it if we didn't get it. Our offense did a good job of, having those conversions, and that's what it's all about, a team game. Sometimes the defense might not be playing good. Offense needs to step up, and vice versa. But I thought we did everybody did a great job today. That's the good thing about it. But it gives me more confidence, on the offensive side of the ball to be more aggressive, knowing that the defense can bail you out. Coach Knockin and assistant coaches on the offensive side of the ball have done a great job of getting our guys in the right positions. I love it because at the end of the day, as we go further along during the year, you're going to have to play different types of games. You're going to have to play different types of opponents and styles of play. So it makes me even more confident that we can do a lot of different styles of play offensively. Like you said, coming out in the third quarter, we had an 8-minute drive. That's really big. And, in the first half, we had a couple of drives that was very quick. We worked on our 2-minute drill before the half to finish off with a touchdown. So being able to do a lot of those different styles of play and put your offense in different positions and them being able to execute while doing that has been really big for us. It's so important. It's just about the camaraderie of the team. Those guys get us ready to go every week. Being in our scout team, getting our guys prepared, and I'm so happy and proud of them that they're able to do that, especially at home. That's very big for us as a program. If we can get the opportunity to get those guys in, let's get them in at home. Especially with those guys' families out, and they have a better opportunity for them to see them. So that was really big for us, getting those guys in the game. And I tell those guys, you get in, you still have the same standard as everybody else, and they know and understand that. That's what was so big for us to get that stop at the end of the game. I was not throwing the ones back in. It wasn't right. Those guys earned the right to be out there, and they stood their ground, and it was really good. I felt so happy for them, basically rushing the field like we just won the last second, game winner. But that's what it's about. That's what I think this culture is about. That's what this grit culture is about, of guys being happy for their teammates' success and guys stepping up and holding the standard. The experience was great. Going into the pregame experience was great. It had a lot of different Keisers, universities around different campuses celebrating with us, and different teams. We had a ring ceremony for different teams. So that's what it's about, a community-based team, just celebrating championships and celebrating their teams. So I was really excited during the pregame and to have our guys getting ready for that, and then being able to give them a really good show in terms of being that disciplined, detail-oriented football team that plays hard, and I thought our guys did a great job doing so. And then, obviously the rain came in, everybody scattered, but our guys got even more hype. And that's what I love about them. It doesn't matter, rain, sleet, or snow. We have to continue to try to hold the standard for this program, and they had a great time and a fun time doing that today.
It's very fun. Starting with the backfield, you got Jaden Miller, and you got Dylan Simon and Bo Beard. So, when the run's working or if it's not working, well, when it's working, it's going. We're blocking on the perimeter. We're doing good. But then when it's not working, it's good to have, me, Dallas, and Smiley. You pick your poison. You don't know who's going to get the ball, but we all can make plays. Coach Naga's a mad scientist. Whatever he draws up, we just make it happen. It's not just one of us, it's all of us. You can't really – you got to pick one of us, and if you can't guard all of us. It's good. I think that's our first of the season. It's great. It's great to see them, flying around, making tackles, making plays. It's good to see our defense, when we, don't score, they can, get a stop for us.
Through practice. It's practice. Coaches really making sure we handle business, so the coaches are making sure we finish every play. Like every practice, we finish it. Every miscommunication, we correct it, and we just play hard. That's getting to the ball, executing. We wanted to not really make a statement, but just continue what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? From 2 weeks ago, we're still thinking about that. You know, we want to just keep progressing and not like going downhill. So that's really what we just maintaining the progression and going up instead of, you know, being neutral or being happier with just like, it's all about practice. We got guys helping the offense out like tremendously. I'm telling the guys every day, you know, game rep. Make sure they give them boys the reps that they need, so when it comes to the game, it's just easy. So it's just the practice. We practice hard, and we make sure of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that they do that. So it's great. You know what I'm saying? I tell them every day, game rep. So they, you know what I'm saying? So they're doing it in practice, and me just behind them, telling them before every snap, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I got your back. Do your thing, and we gonna if anything go wrong, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to have them do that. We can take the long runs when the second group got in. We can just take and just progress. Like sometimes, you know, we think because we're winning, we can just play lackadaisical, and some guys just, you know, like just thinking we're already up, nothing can happen. So I feel like, you know, we just keep doing game reps. Like just keep playing through all the quarters. That's all we got to do, just first quarter to the fourth quarter. So we just keep playing hard, no matter what.